Hello, I am Philippe Benoit at DVM. We are in this beautiful location of Pompogno Ranch, and this is Basimodo. Today we are going to talk about the back, evaluate the physical exam, and do some ultrasound examination. The back examination starts with the overall conformation of the horse. So you need to step back a little bit, sometimes watch the horse from the side, and a little bit oblique, facing 45 degrees behind the horse to see how much of muscling, how much of potential asymmetry you have from the left and the right. So you can also stand behind the horse and see if you have anything which seems abnormal. You can step on a stool and see as well any muscle from the rhomboid part, the longissimus dorsi, the latissimus dorsi, the gluteus muscle, which can show significant amyotrophy when the horse does have some issue with his hind back from the lumbar spine down. So we know that we have the withers area. Very important to see the shape and how we could stand the saddle, and the saddle fitness will be part of this examination. The thoracic vertebrae, 18, then 6 lumbar vertebrae, and for sure the pelvis. All this has to be evaluated progressively also by palpation. After a thorough palpation of the back, and especially if you have noticed some areas of pain or spasm, you want to do a mobilization test. The back does have some restriction within its motion compared to the neck because we have less angulation of motion, but you can still do some flexion of the whole back by using the fingers on the glutes of the horse and see how much you can get of a lift of the back, using also your fingers at the level of the sternum and create a bit of flexion again of the more thoracic area of the horse. If you want to get some lateral motion, it's better to go on sideways of the back at the level of the thoracolumbar space and squeeze gently to get a small reaction, spastic, and the horse will curve sideways to the left or to the right. So this way, you can evaluate if there is a segment of restriction of motion which could be suspicious of the pathology at the level of that difference of motion. When it comes to the hind part, you can still motivate the glutes sideways and see how the back flexion does its job or not by evaluating in extension as well the lumbosacral area and the last lumbar spine. When it comes to mobilization of the hind limbs and the front limbs to evaluate the back, you might know that each time you're going to pick up one limb, you're going to create some torsion and some changes within the muscle tone of the top line. So if I pick up the hind leg here and I start to flex every joint, even though I do an orthopedic test, as you know, on every segment, fetlock, hock, stifle, I will also move the back if I insist and abduct or adduct the limb to create any abnormal movement and range of motion testing of the low lumbar spine, the lumbosacral space, and the SI joints. I can do the same on the left side. Pick up the leg, check the range of motion of every segment as well, make sure everything is fine, and then I flex again and create some tension on the low back and see how much resistance I may have going on the left, abduction, adduction of the limb. At the same time, you can see, as the horse is standing square, if you do have any amyotrophy again on the hind part. So the tuber sacrale, tuber coxae, tuber ischiae from the side and from behind. You can also mobilize again by extension and flexion of the lumbosacral space. But be aware that every segment you move cannot be really moved independently. So every test we do are also involving the top line thoracolumbar space, lumbar spine, lumbosacral, and SI joints. A few other tests you can do involve the movement of the tuber coxae down. So you can do this movement like this sideways, give a bit of movement of the lower pelvis, and see how much give you get from the left and from the right side.
Thank you for watching. For more information and videos, please visit sonocite.com/VetEd.